Good morning. It's December 19th, 2014. And good morning, and here's your morning coffee. Here's my morning coffee. We're getting in gear for the holidays here. See, I've put up some lights in the Christmas tree. Wearing my Santa hat. That's right. It's that time of year. Those who celebrate Hanukkah, we're in the middle of that, I believe. So happy Hanukkah. Hope you're having fun with your dreidels. And your days and days of gifts and giving and the menorah and all that. I know nothing about Hanukkah. But today, so my wife is home from school today. She just aced her final exam, so she gets a day off. And so we may go finish some Christmas shopping or just hang out. So we haven't seen much of each other. Also, I have a couple more TF2 songs to finish editing, as well as Daily Smite. Hopefully get that out the door. As well as you've probably seen a ton of different Minecraft adventures have been coming down the pike, as well as some Scribblenauts, some indie games, a bunch of stuff. Hope you enjoyed it, even if you've seen it before. It's like a great set of reruns that just hit Netflix. Enjoy, watch it, have fun, enjoy yourself. You know, there's one thing that I missed today, and I'm going to look it up right now. And so history, your history lesson for today. Let's see what we've got here. So, on December 19th, 1998, President Clinton was impeached. A lot of people think if you're impeached that means that you're removed for the presidency, but that's not the case. That just means that you go on to the impeachment trials, basically, where they're going to see if they're going to impeach you, so or to kick you out or whatever. So he was the second president in history to be impeached. So yeah, that's all about the Monica Lewinsky stuff. It's crazy. Our government's just nutso. Bunch of nut bags, cigar bags, nut bags. Anyway, that happened. Also, I want to wish happy birthday to Alyssa Milano, Jake Gyllenhaal, Chris Angel, and Richard Hammond. Happy birthday to you all. And our fact for the day, this is a interesting one if you like spaghetti. Did you know that a strand of spaghetti, it's called a spaghetto? Uno spaghetto. So if you're hungry, go have you some spaghetto. Ask some people over, hey, you want to come over for dinner? We're going to have some spaghetto. And then just cook on one strand of spaghetti with a meatball. Maybe wrap the spaghetto around the meatball like a hat. Be a great dinner, right? We got some great comments today. Want to get to those. First one here is from Maxo11X, who says, does that not give you brain damage? Anyway, with my 100th subscriber around the corner after almost 2 years of YouTubing, I want ideas for a video for that special occasion. Hit me. So everybody hit him. What do you think Maxo should do for his 100th subscriber video? 100 subscribers. See, if you could film 100 separate people, they don't have to be your actual subscribers, but just film 100 separate people and flip through them real quick, and maybe you can even just take some photos or something, and just thank them. Like, it'd be like, and you flip through and they're like your subscribers. Hey, give some personality to them, even if they're not really the subscribers. I wanted to do a video for when the Dead Workers hit the 100K mark. I wanted to do a 100K video, and I wanted to have it was right around the Dead Workers party, and I wanted to get everybody who was there to. I started writing a song called the 100K video, and basically we would sing about K's, like the actual letter K's, and in the video there'd be 100 K's, and we'd animate them like dancing around with us and singing with us, and almost like if you remember the Bluebird on my shoulder Disney thing with, like, you know, the birds flying down on the shoulders and things like that. But these would be K's, and it'd be the 100K. But anyway, we just didn't have time and didn't get around to it. But it would have been epic. Maybe I'll do a 3K video with 3Ks like that when I get to 3K. This would be a while. Okay, Super Mastodon says, if you still remember, what are the best and worst gifts you've received on Christmas? That's a toughie. I'm going to say the best was probably my first instrument, which was a bass guitar. And I got a bass guitar and an amp, and it was awesome, and it was really cool. The worst was probably when I got a keyboard, like a not like a computer keyboard, but like a piano keyboard, because I don't know why I thought I wanted to get into playing keyboard, but I didn't. But my parents, got me a nice keyboard for Christmas, and I think I like looked at it for a day and was like, yeah, that was stupid. I don't know why I did that. So it wasn't like any fault of theirs. It was all just me being a stupid kid. But so that was the worst. JBJ Blaze and the TFA. Too fast for announcers. I don't know if that is. Anyway, great Friday, Mr. Brent. Firstly, I apologize for my inaccuracy of yesterday's comment, as it's actually been 1 year and 4 months since my game went on hiatus. Until the day before, I've also started up a new Scrolls series with a friend and would love to get you in on the fun if possible, or let alone any game. As for my question, I am wondering what sort of Skype and XSplit settings do you use for the Chef Podcast, as my podcast has had, again, a lot of audio glitches. Thanks for sharing and the help. I guess first thing is isolate where your issues are coming from, the audio glitches. I know I had a horrible audio issues because I had a hum, because computers just aren't made for audio in general, and so all their inputs and things, they're not shielded, and it's around a bunch of electrical stuff, and you're just going to get hums. So you can buy these things at Radio Shack for like $15 called ground loop isolators, and basically they'll fix that ground loop issue of like the electricity going in one like peripheral, and it creates that hum. And so, and I don't know all the specifics of it, but that could be one of your issues. Sucks using Skype. You might think about using GChat. GoToMeeting, I think, is free for like just a few users. You could always use TeamSpeak for audio, and then just use like Skype or some other video app for if you're doing the video. Other than that, there's not really any other settings that I play with. I just make sure that the auto stuff is off in Skype, and see if I can get a good sound with that. Hope that helps. JC Green says carpal tunnel affects the tendons in your wrist. If you had it, the feeling would be similar to arthritis, whereas it would hurt to move your fingers while typing. If your pinky is going numb, it's most likely poor blood circulation from extended sitting and or acute nerve damage in your elbow. Years ago, when I was out of work for an extended period of time, I sat at my read more. Computer for hours on end. As a result, my pinky, ring finger, and sometimes middle finger would start to go numb, and I noticed I would regain feeling after moving my elbow around. I think there's a nerve in the elbow that was getting pinched while I sat with my elbow on the desk. I would either move the keyboard closer to me so my elbows weren't on the desk, or put a pillow under my elbow and the numbness went away while I was sitting. However, I still have intermediate numbness in my pinky and ring fingers today. Oh man, that's what's happening, because sit here with my arm on the desk. It's, well, not my elbow, but the arm, but I bet the same, like I bet I'm just cutting off blood. And so I need to like have better arm control over there and raise my arm off the desk. It was just getting numb talking about it. Pin Dog says, I've had some carpal tunnel pain in my past myself. I think it was like a shooting pain, and any movement of my fingers would just be excruciating pain in my wrist, mouse clicking, typing, writing, etc. Only way I found to help was to try and keep my wrist iced down and still. I think the pain is caused from carpal tunnel being swollen, so every time you move your fingers, the tendons that run through the carpal tunnel irritated, and well, you know, pain. Hope that helps. So okay, it's probably not carpal tunnel. So for all you people with carpal tunnel out there, I didn't mean to demean your disease and affliction. It sounds like I have poor blood circulation. I think JC Green's got it on this one. And so, yeah, I'll have to circulate some blood somehow. Do it. Move more. Get the movement on. You right? Okay, so I'll do that. Sounds good. Yeah. So, also I saw Pin Dog last night. Hopped on the Patreon server. Sorry, I've been kind of absent out there. I'm gonna try to get on more. But I had this weird thing happen to me yesterday. I had a friend from high school send me a message on Facebook Messenger. What a crappy thing they did there. But Facebook, that is. They told me they had a 9-year-old that was really into Minecraft, and they'd been showing them the videos I do for Minecraft and whatnot, and their 9-year-old wanted me to come onto their server. So, like, it was a play date set up for me, 40-year-old, and a 9-year-old. It's not awkward. Not awkward at all. And so I'm a nice guy, so I didn't want to be like, that's kind of creepy. I think I'll pass. So I said, well, yeah, sure. Just give me their server IP. I'll hop on and say hi or whatnot. Well, apparently they didn't really have a server set up. It was kind of like, they opened it to LAN, so here's the IP. Well, y'all know that doesn't work. Like, you've got to be local, and I don't think they want me like driving over to there. Yeah, I'll be over in where do y'all live? I'll be over in 20. Your son and I can play some Minecraft together. Just a little creepy. So I was like, hey, you know what? I'll just give me his username and I'll put him on the Patreon server. I'll tell you right now, if you're 40 or anywhere near that and you have an old friend who's like, hey, come play Minecraft with my son, just say no. Like, the proper answer is just, I don't feel comfortable with that, and just deal with that. So anyway, let him on the Patreon server, and I'm like, just let him know, there's no griefing, and gotta be on his best behavior. So the first thing he does is steal a horse from the stable and run around, and I find him, and I'm like, okay, so just, don't take things from people's stuff, and don't. And the first thing he does is like, then digs like right into the big round jump thing, and I'm like, no, don't dig. And so I was like, okay, I need to focus him away from destroying stuff and messing with the server. So I was like, just follow me, I'll show you the jump thing, and he followed me, but we were going up the elevator, and I died, and then he jumped off and died. And I'm like, no, you got to jump off on the other side. Then all suddenly, he built a portal to the Nether, and I'm like, hey, where did you steal the obsidian blocks from? Like, and the flint and the steel. So he lights it up, and then he starts lighting me on fire. I'm like, this is just a straight up griefer I've let on the server. But I can't like ban him and go make the kid cry because like his mom's texting me going, oh, he's having so much fun. And I'm like, I bet he is. So he runs to the Nether, and I'm just like sitting there like, I gotta find a pickaxe to destroy this obsidian monstrosity now in the middle of it. Like, it wasn't even in like a decent place. It was just right in the middle of your build. He dies to a pig man, comes back, and I finally am just like I give him all my stuff to try to like minimize the theft, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do because I can't ban the kid because like I'm not the I guess I am the babysitter. It's not a play date. It's a babysitting session without getting paid for. So I was like, oh, I gotta go, and I hopped off the server and just kept watching on console. And luckily enough, I was right. Kid got bored and hopped off and left, and I immediately removed him from the whitelist. So if you notice anything gone in your chest, please let me know. I will replace them. The griefer is gone, and I won't let that happen in the future. My apologies. But that was what happened to me. So with that fun little tidbit story, I'm going to take off and get rolling for the day. I hope you all have a wonderful Friday. Drink some coffee or tea. Have some crumpets. And then just have an absolutely wonderful, magnificent day. And a wonderful weekend. I will do the same. I will tell you all about it on the next show, which is on Monday. So, bye everyone.